everyone.
Hello, y'all. I'm Del Shores.
And I'm Emerson Collins, the program director here at the Del Shores Foundation. And welcome to our very first winners live stream announcement of the very first Del Shores Foundation Writer Search.
We are so excited. I just had the pleasure of reading all of the winners' work over the weekend. And it's just been such a journey, right, Emerson? Where just a few years ago, I like to say pre-pandemic,
Correct.
Stuart Bell came to Emerson and myself after I had mentored our good friend Matt Hayes with his short film Cognitive. And Matt's short film won a lot of festivals, and it was so well received. And Emerson said, Stuart said, let's do this for other LGBTQ writers, Southern writers, so that they can get their stories told. And that was the beginning of a brainstorm that has now given us our very first writers search. The results are in, and we are so excited to share with you these amazing storytellers.
Yes, and those of you that have been with us through the lockdowns and the pandemic era, of course, we stopped our activities to fundraise for appropriate things. We did 2 live stream benefits and raised $90,000 that we shared with our 24 nonprofit theater partners. But as the world is working somewhat again, we're excited to get back to our work, very specifically modeled after Del's own career. Our focus is LGBTQ plus writers currently living in the South, telling their stories there. We had amazing submissions. We opened the process back in August, accepted short films, web series, screenplays, plays all through the fall. And then in January, our readers read them. A second round of readers read them. We handed them to our jurors who represent theaters and film festivals across the country. And they selected these winners that we are so very excited to introduce you today. So let me get my things, and we're going to announce all of the semifinalists and the finalists because our readers were overwhelmed by the quality of the scripts, the uniqueness of these stories that the writers have to share. So we want to celebrate all of the writers that were acknowledged and awarded as semifinalists and finalists before we bring on the winners in each category.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Emerson, but didn't all of the states that the southern states, weren't they all represented?
They were not. 13 of 15.
13 and 15.
Were represented.
Still a good turnout.
Yes. We were thrilled and overwhelmed and honored by the people who handed us their stories, and we're very excited to build the networks. That's the goal of this, to build the networks for the winners, for all of the people who contribute in our further and future programming. So not just today, you will continue seeing these writers. We want you to meet them and know them, and so that they continue to have opportunities as a result of what we are doing here. All right, let me get to right.
So we're starting with the screenplay.
Yes, just give me one moment.
I'm giving you that moment, Emerson.
Those of you that watch Del and a Guide across our live streams and everything know, it's just us and our little one-man band, two-man band over here.
And when we say us, it just means that I'm talking and Emerson's doing all of the work. I mean, all of the work.
We all bring our talents to bear. All right, yes, and we will start off with the screenplay category.
Yes, these are the semifinalists in the screenplay category. Oh, I feel like it's like the Oscars.
I know, it's very exciting.
Andrew Lyman Black for Big Man on Campus. Joanna Brooks for Backwards in High Heels. Nathan D. Blankenship for Broken Road. Heather McFall for Raggedy Ann Hart. Congratulations to all of the semifinalists in the screenplay category.
And I apologize, clearly your list, I made one that wasn't there. Emily McLean for Among the Spirits. Apologies, Emily. I made the list for Del to read, and so she is also one of the semifinalists in the screenplay category.
Oh no! It's you were right. I just in my old age. It's there on the list. You're so kind to make it sound like it's your fault. It's not his fault, y'all. It was my fault. So
But
congratulations, Emily. Yes, congratulations to all of you. Well done.
And I know many of our semifinalists and finalists are tuning in today to share in this with us. So if you are hi, as we say your names, say hi in the chat so people can acknowledge and celebrate you. We are thrilled to be sharing your work as well. So
yes, that's me. That's me. That's me.
That's right. Say it loud and proud. This is the day. You know, we don't do self-deprecation. We do self-promotion. We want everybody to know and see you. So please wave and say hello. Up next, we have the finalists in the screenplay category, and we are very excited to share those with you. They are Bruce R. Coleman, A Conversation with a Potentially Naked Man. I like Bruce's title because, like, potentially. So is he naked?
Love that title.
I don't know. You'll have to watch his movie and find out. Beecher Reuniting with Of Dusk and March. Zach Schultz with Pride Guide 85. And we want to give a special acknowledgement and celebration to TJ Marshall with Fish as the runner-up in this category. Our jurors were especially enamored with Fish and the screenplay category, and we wanted to give TJ a special acknowledgement as our runner-up. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you for your work, for sharing it with us. We are very excited to share it widely today. And there is Bruce here in the chat. Said, wow, thanks, guys. So Bruce, congratulations.
Bruce.
Not to get too derailed, but you know, Del and I know people that submitted in these categories, which is why we did not read the screenplays or the plays. We left it in the hands of jurors that knew nothing about the people who submitted. Bruce R. Coleman directed the original production of Southern Baptist Sissies in Dallas, which is how I met Del, and has been writing plays, and it's exciting to see it move to the screenplay category. So along with all of our semi-finalists and finalists in the screenplay category, congratulations.
Very, very thrilling. Yes, unlike Clarence Thomas, we recused ourselves.
That's right.
All right. And we need a drum roll. Y'all imagine it in your head. The winner of, it's actually the winners of the Best Screenplay Award go to, it's a team. It's a writing team. Milo Silver and Monet Noel Marshall for Need. And I just read this screenplay and it is fantastic.
We are very excited. And of course, we have them with us today. So without further ado, we will bring into our extravaganza today the winners of a $3,000 cash prize, this writing duo. Please welcome Monet Noel Marshall and Milo Silver.
See,
hello, y'all.
We didn't have a drum roll, but we had dogs barking. How's that?
That works too.
Well, I know, Milo, they were having technical difficulties. It looks like it may be frozen. So we will give Milo a moment to come back. But Monet, hello and welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We are so excited to have you with us.
I am so excited to be here. So it's so mutual. You don't even understand.
Now, first off, where are you and Milo based?
We are in Durham, North Carolina.
Yes,
We've
North
been
Carolina.
There. We love your city. Yeah.
We love Durham too.
Yeah, I've had a few drinks in Durham.
So have I. You know, it's funny.
Well, someday we just might have to have a drink together in Durham or somewhere else.
I would love that.
A toast. Congratulations. It was so compelling. It was so wonderful. I just loved your screenplay. I found that there were so many unexpected, wonderful twists, and just well done. I cared so deeply for your characters. They were just beautifully drawn. So
thank you so much. It's really a pleasure to hear that. We really love those characters, so we're glad that they're being loved by other folks.
Yes, and so current and so topical. It was just, I cannot wait for the world to see your beautiful film. So what was the inspiration, and how did you guys partner up?
Yeah, so we were visited by like a spirit of a child that's like, oh, I have a story to tell. And we're like, okay, cool. And I think it just was a representation also of wanting to see stories about families that look like ours could, you know, and this belief in like that we can imagine other ways to be family, that there's so many ways to be family and create family, and this belief that we choose our families too, like even beyond the veil, we choose our families, and wanted to explore that theme.
I love that, and I love that the child chose this family that in your screenplay, and that when you say I was visited, you got all woo woo on us for a minute, and I just love that. So that's amazing.
We believe it's in Southern Gothic, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it was.
I want to share with you really quickly. TJ Parcell, who is the runner-up in this category, said, "Congratulations, Monet." So TJ is with us as well. And I share that because we want to build community. Part of the hard part of writing is it's so insular, and we want to build the networks for all of you.
And here's for TJ and yourself, and for Milo. We're not gonna. I hope we get Milo back, but it was so close from what I heard, and I got to read both of your screenplays, and they were both fantastic. So well done. I mean, it's like, it's always hard to come in second, but boy, wait till you see this screenplay, and then wait till you see TJ's, and you go, wow. So we had very, very strong category.
Now, tell everybody the story of Need. Share with the gathered enthusiasts this tale that you and Milo have spun together.
Yeah, so Need is a story about a man a Black Southern trans man, and his wife, his partner, and they are visited by their unborn child. It's pretty much like, I'm ready. Look, I want to be born. And they're like, okay. So they create these rituals, and they're trying to figure out how to bring this child into the world. But what they find is that he actually has to change himself. Like, he has to reimagine what it means to be a man and a father and a parent. She has to reimagine what it means to be a mother. And they have to open themselves up that the family is not just the two of them. The family also means their friends and his sister and their community, in order to be ready to bring this child into the world, that they need more hands. And for us, queerness, that's what that means, like the possibility, the openness. And so that she gets to create the family that she needs, or the child needs, before she comes into the world.
You know what, and what you did that was so Emerson and I were just talking about it this morning, because he also read it over the weekend, and we were saying we love that you had no identities with them as a trans, like you said, a trans man in the first sentence, but you didn't say that in the screenplay. So you kept, when it all started unfolding, I was going, what? Oh my God, yes, yes, yes. And then it just kept twisting and turning. And what I always tell my writing students and my acting students is scratch deeper, scratch deeper. And there was so much depth to these characters, right, Emerson? I mean, just like,
What I loved is, one, how mature they were. Nobody falls into tropes or easy.
Thanks for saying that. We worked really hard on that.
There's no easy circumstances, but it's very like grown-up life experiences, because here's the story of a man and the woman that he loves, and there's specific circumstances guide different challenges, but it doesn't live only in its queerness. It doesn't live only in its Blackness. It lives in their unique circumstances. And I have to say, this Gothic feel that you described, this child appearing to them, there's something so stunning about this. Like, there is a child that is coming to us, and we have to get ourselves ready for them. Is made such a beautiful exploration of what queer family is and how we do it, and also that like the journeys that we lead together are headed to a place. And I was in love with them. I love their friend circle. They're hilarious. I mean, not to spill too much, but like, the story, the twin sister, their
Yeah.
relationship, the complicated nature of the people in our lives, where the conflicts are. It's just so brilliantly, wonderfully whole and Southern and Black and queer. It was so exciting to read. And obviously, as a white gay man, our experiences are very different. And yet I felt immediately at home with these people that you introduced us to.
And they were flawed, Monet. I
They're
love
very
that they
flawed.
were flawed. Because we're all flawed.
It makes me so happy that you said that because, for us, we really did write from our own experiences, but we wanted to write a story that is a human story that is about, because no matter how you make family is hard.
Yes.
That is difficult. And it's like, we wanted that to draw people in. So it just makes me feel really good. And I know I can speak for Milo as well, that like, it is a family story at the end of the day.
Yes.
And I think it's so important for queer folks, for Black queer folks, the Southern Black queer folks, and everyone who touches those intersections to be able to say like, and this is a family story. We are a family story too. Yeah.
We talk often about how specificity makes things universal,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and seeing ourselves in other people's stories.
I love how you're rooting for that child, but you're also rooting for them. You just give it. We're cheerleading as the reader, and I'm sure as the audience will be when you get this made.
And as one of our board members, Trina Scott, just said, and also affirms similarities and differences. Exactly.
Yeah. Embrace our differences. Absolutely.
Yes. I'll tell you what, Monet, will you stick around? Because I do want to get Milo into this opportunity. And will you go check in with them and see if we can work out the technical stuff? We'll chat with our others, and then we'll bring y'all back. Because this is celebration. We don't have anywhere else to be. And I certainly want y'all to be able to share in this together.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so congratulations again, Monet. We're so happy for you and for us.
Yes, for all of us. We will come back to them. I wanted to share Allison Bergman, the executive director of our organization, said, "So proud of our foundation and our community of donors, supporters, ambassadors, board members, and founders creating a new future for this story and these Southern queer writers. She is our fearless leader." Many of our board members and partner theaters and people are watching along. Thank you all so much for being here. Tanya, our executive, she handles all of our socials and everything. So everyone a part of this big celebration today. And before we move on to our next category, I also wanted to share our writers get cash awards because money in hand is helpful with the work that you do. Writing is solitary. But we have also created grants that accompany these works in order to help them move them closer to production. So the screenwriting grant will allow us to bring Milo and Monet together to Los Angeles for a 3-day trip where we will set up meetings for them with producers and production companies about their screenplay to move it in the direction of getting it made. Sometimes sitting at home with the script is the hardest part. It's where do you get it? So we're very excited about the donors and contributors who have made that possible.
And if you're watching, and we're going to do this every year, y'all. So start writing right now if you want your screenplay or your play or your short film to be a part of this journey, because there's so many storytellers out there who don't have the resources, and we hope that we can give you some of those to get your stories made and told.
Yes. All right.
Well, let's move on, Emerson.
Yes, traveling onward.
Short film, web series category. And these are the semifinalists in the short film web series category. Liam Gardner, Transcend, Taylor Bryce Turner, Fool's Game, episode 1 and 2, and Pam Woods for Okie Love. And we are so proud of all of you. Congratulations. Disclosure, Liam Gardner was one of my students at NSU. I suggested to Liam that he enter this, and I had no idea he did until I found out that he was in the semifinals. So congratulations to all of you. But Liam, I love you.
Yes. And our board co-chair, Stuart Bell, said this is amazing. Tommy Wolfel, also on our board. This is so exciting. Congrats, Monet and Milo. And the finalists in the short film web series category, Anna Sophia McGuire with the BFAs, and Matt Morse with Stars and Stripes. So Anna, Matt, Liam, Taylor, Pam, if any of you are watching with us right now, raise your hand, don't be shy, wave. We are so thrilled and grateful for your submission, and our readers loved your work, and it's exciting to share and celebrate them.
Yes, congratulations. And the winner of Best Short Film Web Series Script goes to Vandy Beth Glenn for Shelter in Place. And
yes, Vandy Beth.
Vandy Beth is with us, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and it is extremely exciting. So y'all, the winner of a $1,000 cash award in our short film web series category, please welcome to our live stream our winner, Vandy Beth Glenn. Vandy Beth, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yes,
this is so exciting.
And what a compelling and nail-biting script you wrote. It was like, oh, I was worried for your hero the whole time. I was like, so great job.
Now,
Thank
you.
You're in Georgia, correct?
That's right.
And share with our viewing public today the story that is Shelter in Place.
Well, it's about a bookkeeper who is transgender, and it's time for her to transition. So she comes out as transgender to her boss, and her boss is wonderful. She's supportive. She's kind. She wants her to let her know if the other employees give her any grief. She even gives her some extra money to pay for all the medical stuff involved, and she's just everything you would want in a boss. But her boss is also a vicious gangster, and my protagonist Deb has been making excuses for her and enabling her crimes, but she, despite her being such a wonderful boss, she reaches a breaking point where she can't cover up for her boss anymore. So she goes to the feds, and she's taken into witness protection. And her boss, Jenny, wants desperately to find her and kill her. And the story is about whether she's able to do that.
And y'all, this is a short film.
Short
film.
Yeah, it's about 15 minutes in running length.
Yeah.
And I love the mob thriller aspect of all of it. It made it compelling and exciting, and you got the pressure on her new witness protection life so quickly and so smartly in a short film.
Well, thank you.
And Matt Morse, one of our others, said, so exciting to be recognized, and congrats, Vandy Beth.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt.
And where did the inspiration for that? Do you love thrillers? What was the inspiration for this particular story?
Well, actually, I am transgender myself, and my own coming out in the workplace didn't go so well. You can look up my lawsuit, Glenn.
If you don't mind sharing, we share the overview, because your journey is so fascinating.
No, please do.
That you worked for the state of Georgia, and when you came out and you were fired, and you actually had to sue the state of Georgia for the discrimination against you, and won.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And it's, we all of our different experiences come different, but thinking about how you've been forced in being yourself to be an activist by the nature of just demanding your equal place in our culture. Mm-hmm. One, it's impressive. Two, it's inspiring. I know everyone watching will applaud the courage that it takes to do that, which of course for you is just to live your life. But we want to acknowledge how important being willing to stand up that way is for queer people in Georgia and across the country.
You changed not only your life, but you changed others. And that was how beautiful. What a gift you gave to so many other people.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was,
I want to see that one next. I want to see that story next.
It's I love that you have lots of stories to be told. And I also love that turning to creativity. It was so fun to learn all of that, to learn more of your story after. You know, our readers just read the work, but the stories of writers and how you come to this place. What got you started in writing?
Well, been writing my whole life, short plays, and I'm also a stand-up, that sort of thing. Um, and I made another short film a couple of years ago. It was a comedy, and I feel like comedy is my core competency, but I wanted to stretch my limits, so to speak. So I thought maybe I'll try a crime drama, and eh, I people contain multitudes, as Walt Whitman told us, and I was just attracted to the idea of a boss who was everything everything a trans person would want from their boss, but who at the same time is not a good person. And in fact, in over the course of the screenplay, she deals with a federal agent, the federal agent who's charged with keeping her safe, who is a good person, so to speak. He wears a white hat, but he's kind of transphobic. So I just love, none of us are pure white, and none of us are all darkness. And I just love mixing the two elements in the same character.
Yeah. I loved that juxtaposition so much. It was so smart that you have the mob boss, who's having people killed, who's like, great, I'll support your journey. I'll pay you more. We'll take care of all of the things you need for your transition. And I'm happy to support you in that way. That's like the bad person supporting who you are. And then you have the good person who says, but if you'll go back to presenting as you did formerly, that's what I need to keep you safe. So yeah, that the good person denying your identity and the bad person affirming your identity was such a great conflict of nuance, again, in 15 pages.
Thank you.
Yes, again, a theme happening with all the screenplays so far is flawed characters.
What's fun about watching perfect people? I don't know them. I certainly don't need to watch them.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, just again, congratulations to you and in your personal journey, as well as the journey to get to us. We're so happy that you found us and that we found you.
Same here.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, for being with us today. And y'all, you'll be seeing much more of her with us. We are excited to help celebrate and move all of their work forward. So you will see more of Andy Beth with and from us. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Congrats again.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Okay.
Y'all, and you need to know, we've been working on this for almost 3 years. We couldn't start the stuff until last year in the fall. So this is like kid in a candy store day for us, just to finally be able to share you all what all we've been working on. All of the financing, all of the fundraising, all of our ambassadors, all of this is for this. And the winners you're meeting today are just the tip of the iceberg. We are going to work hard to include the finalists and the semifinalists in our program. So you will meet more and more of the writers in different ways. We want to build and celebrate a whole new set of writers. So
and writers, I just want to warn you already, actors are coming at you. There's Joel Alexander asking for a
That's right.
Well, an audition.
Yay. All right, before we get to our final category of play, Milo is with us. Well, we've got all of the things working. I want to bring Milo in so we can all celebrate together. So please welcome back Monet. But hello, Milo.
Milo. Milo, you did that on purpose. You did that so you
dramatic
make that late entrance and come in. And, yes, I made it. Well,
that works for my personality. So I didn't, but I like it.
Well, I hope you heard our praise, because we are so excited about your screenplay, and thank you for entering the contest, but also for just gracing us with your talent. That it's just a beautiful piece.
Thank you so much.
And we talked with Monet for a while about it. So it's share people your story. You're also in North Carolina, yes? What brought you to writing?
I've sort of always been a writer. I was definitely one of those kids that didn't talk much to people and just carried a notebook around all day.
Yeah.
filling it up with stories and sort of entertaining myself when I was afraid to speak to other people. So yeah, I've sort of always been in that mode.
And we didn't, so talk about the process of writing together. You know, it's having one story in your head. Where does the story meet in the space between the two of you to tell it together?
That's a good question, actually. So we have the unique experience and talent of being able to create worlds together. We see when one of us suggests something, the other one is sort of able to see it quite clearly. So we just sort of move from there. We're lucky in that way, I think, to have that connection, that creative connection with one another. So it's typically not difficult at all, especially as soon as we like get out of our own ways, like many artists. You know what I mean? Once that happens, then we're able to step into the world and really feel out what needs to be put down on paper so that other people, so that it resonates with other people as
Well,
much as it resonates with us.
one of the things that I always teach and that I always subscribe to in my own work is that if you create the characters, the story will come. That the characters will take you on the journey, and I felt like that may have been part of your process as well. That you just because you created such amazingly rich characters that they just like your child told you what to do, the characters told you what to do. Am I right?
Exactly that.
See, it's all woo-woo here. A little practice going on.
It's woo-woo here too, so yeah, I'm with that.
And that woo-woo, but speaks to the uniqueness of the story that you told. You know, it's so lovely, and this gothic spirituality that that Monet shared with us. How much that weighs in the world around these characters that you all have created to tell this specific story.
Well, we love it, and we're so proud of you. And I predict we're going to see this on screen at many film festivals, and people are going to be thrilled and excited, and might get more awards.
Right, and yeah, and as we told everyone, you are going to continue to see Milo and Monet with us. We are going to have more opportunities for you to engage with them and their work as we build this network out, so that everyone feels supported and welcomed. And so truly, thank you both so much for being with us today. We said it last week. We'll say it is such a pleasure to meet you all. We are so excited about you and your work.
Thank you.
We are.
All right, y'all. You will see them again and much more. Thank you for being with us.
Bye for now.
As Allison said, I can't stop smiling seeing these announcements and thinking about the long road to get here and how we can support these writers going forward. Y'all, it is just our little Christmas.
Yes.
And moving to our final category.
The final category is best play. And you know, as many of you know, I started in theater. It all started on a little tiny stage for me. And in our play category, the semi-finalists are Tim Dial for Volnor's Miracle, Martin Sage for Wrought, John Eldridge Medlin for Coming Out, Hank Graham for Daniel and Shirley Write the National Epic, and Forrest Blaine Calloway for Unbridled Passions.
Yes. Pause for a second. You know, my technical, I had the wrong card.
So congratulate. I'll vamp a little bit. Congratulations
to
Tim, Martin, John, Hank, and Forrest Blaine for your amazing work. And now we have.
And there you all are. And I want to share with all of you, I know I've updated our website. It is live today. You can see and meet our finalists and their bios over there. And all of these lists of these semifinalists and finalists in all of the categories are there. But I'm also collecting their photos and information. So this week you will be able to meet all of the semifinalists and finalists and their information, how to reach out to them if you want to and choose to say hello. To celebrate them. So Tim, Martin, John, Hank, and Forrest Blaine Calloway, congratulations. If any of you are here, I know a couple of you said you were tuning in, wave, say hi to people. We are thrilled and grateful for your contributions and submission to our writer search. All right. And then finally, the finalists in the play category. And I will tell you that our jurors and our readers loved reading all of the scripts. We have some of our readers and jurors that are tuning in today as well because they were excited to find out who made the semis and the finals. So the finalists in our play category are Ariana Rose with the equivalent of Sensation, Alicia Olivo with Flood, Kaylin Willoughby with The Pieces Sam Left Us, and our runner-up with special acknowledgement from our jury out of our finalist group, the runner-up, Paris Creighton III with Only Some of God's Children or Mississippi Magnolias. And Paris, I just saw that typo on that card. Don't worry, I will get it fixed. The website will have the name of your play spelled correctly.
All right. Oh yes, that's that word we all. And again, I as I said before, we Emerson and I recused ourselves from this competition until the end, and it was so thrilling for me to see Kaylin Willoughby, who's one of my students at NSU, who's 22 years old, in the finals with the
And Paris is here with us. Paris Creighton III said, "Thank you for the opportunity. Any theaters want a runner-up play? I'm ready and willing."
Yeah, I'm pretty positive that lots of theaters are going to want to produce your play, Paris.
And Paris is someone who has made, he's made his own work, like gotten it out into the world, been working at it, and had success. And so we applaud you, Paris. And yes, for those of you wondering, we will be providing these scripts to our nonprofit theater partners, making them available. We are doing our best to connect. We have one of our artistic directors, Tam DeBolt, from the Terrific New Theater in Birmingham, is here. Your friend, look who's here.
Liam! Hello, Liam! Good to see you.
Semi-finalist for Liam's short film Transcend. Yeah. So y'all, this is a big part of it. It's why we wanted to do this live. We want to build community. We want to connect these writers to wider communities. We're very grateful for all of them and want to celebrate them. And
one last thing, Emerson, before we announce this winner, I just want to say that just like many times where you can't wait for that jury to come in, they deliberate for a very long time. I will say the play competition, I was in the other room and I was listening. That deliberation went on for a long, long time for all of you who were in the finals. So there was that means there were just amazing work. But the winner of Best Play is Jigs Burgess for The Red Suitcase. All right.
Yes.
Congratulations, Jigs.
Congratulations, Jigs. And all right, well, here we are. Without further ado, please welcome the winner of a $3,000 cash award for Best Play for The Red Suitcase, Jigs Burgess.
Hey.
Hi, Jigs.
I cannot stop smiling. I want to congratulate Paris too, because I've heard just amazing things about that script, and I just really want to say thank you for coming in second.
Oh, look, and see, but I love this. And Paris sits back. Congratulations, Drew.
I just want to congratulate, because I've heard already great things about that script.
Well, the thing that's going to happen, here I feel like today I'm just a psychic. I'm just making predictions. I really feel that there will be many productions of all of the finalists, and including yours, Jigs. I'm so proud of you. I love this script. I read it about 4 days ago, and I just sat right on that couch and sobbed. I called Emerson and I said it just hits you so hard. Anybody who had any relationship with their dad that was not exactly great, and again, the theme of family that we're seeing today, it was beautifully drawn.
I think that's it, right? The universal thing is family, and trying to find yourself somewhere in between feeling you're disappointing them and coming to a final decision that you're the hope of the family as opposed to the disappointment.
Well, so for everyone else, share what is the story of The Red Suitcase?
I mean, really, that is the story. It's the story of one man's life and his relationship with his father through 40 years of life when his father passes away. And the concern, well, the things that are passed down for generations, concern and fear, that are passed down, through the generations. And it is just, I hope, a universal thing. I don't think it's necessarily just a queer story. I
I
think
don't think I don't think it is. Yeah.
that is pretty universal.
But those of us who grew up in the South, like you and I did, and Emerson, and so many that are watching today, this story is going to resonate so much. And you did it in a way, Jigs, that wasn't sappy. It was honest. And I didn't go, oh, he just tied this neatly together. No, it was complicated. It was so fucking complicated. But I have one question. Did you have to kill the dog?
If there is a dog in a play or a movie, it must die. I've been told.
You're like, just not spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Well,
you never know. There may be a rewrite. Who knows? Let's not. I'm so sorry. I spoiled.
That kind of has to happen at that point to tie other things together.
Sissy wanted to play the dog, but now she doesn't want to.
Yeah, he was ready to audition.
Yeah, it's I've been chastised for that many times.
My heart. You broke my heart so many times in this play. I'm telling you, you just started hitting me, and all through the end, it was just going, oh, another.
Now, also for Jigs, share with the people where you're from, where you live, how you got into writing.
Oh, Lord. I live in Bunger, Texas. I grew up in Bunger, Texas. I did move away at some point, but I'm back now. Growing up here, there were 8 of us if you counted the goats. So I'm proof that queer can happen anywhere.
Yes.
Under any circumstances. And, I can't not write. I don't remember when I started writing. I know that I wrote a lot of times to communicate because nobody really listened to the number 3 or 4. And so I've always done it. I did quit writing for about 15 years, from my early 30s to my mid 40s, which is why I'm so grateful for the Del Shores Foundation having this contest, because I should be a mid-career playwright by now. And I'm a beginning playwright. I don't have the connections that should have, and this foundation is providing me with all those connections that I'd just always be up here on my little hill, my little windy hill with my chickens.
Well, that's one of the things that I'm really proud of the foundation. Not only that we give opportunity to our LGBTQ storytellers and a way to get their stories told, but also we don't have an age limit. We don't say, oh, just young playwrights. We had one person that entered, and I think she was in her 70s.
We had 2 over 70. In fact, from our submissions, we had like 20% that were 18 to 24, 20% that were 25 to 35, 20% that were 40 to 55, and the 50 to 70 category was 25% of our submissions.
Wow.
It was new writers, that you can't have had big professional work done, because we want to help you get to that next level. But I push back on one thing, Jigs, for all of us who are artists. There is no should be. There is no I should be at this place.
That's right.
At this point. The life that you have lived led you to have the stories that you have to tell when you have to tell them.
I was talking to you the other day, and I think you're exactly right. I would not be telling stories that I'm putting out. I'd not kind of been, I'm not say forced, but if I had not come back to Texas, if the pandemic had not happened, I would not be telling the stories I'm telling. I would not have met Del Shores for sure. And so you're right. There's no should. I am where I am, and we all are where we need to be right now, I think.
Right.
And we all know art is collaborative at every level. Nothing is created in a vacuum. The writing part can be particularly solo, but everything after that, requires a village and a community. And what we are doing here at the Del Shores Foundation is doing our part to expand your community, to expand your village, to connect you to more people, to connect writers to each other, to build our creative village specifically for LGBTQ plus people who are living in the South, staying in the South, telling whatever story you have to tell.
Yes. And all of you who are watching, who are joining us, who were semifinalists and finalists, please know that there is a future for your work, and there's another contest next year. So,
that's right. As Paris said, Jigs, I feel like you and Paris have had similar journeys. He said, I often wonder how long I'll be an emerging playwright, although I've been writing for 20 years. Say there is no timeline and no limit.
So
that's exactly right.
Louise, one of our board members, said, hearing about the stories of the playwrights is amazing. Such a good way to share with the world. And that is what we are committed here to do at the foundation, is to do the best that we can to lift the most of you up, to create a larger reach. And Jigs, we are so grateful for your submission. Our jurors loved it. And so
sounds like your dog's proud.
And the dog's proud. There's something going on outside. She can't stand it.
And we are so proud of you. And we are so proud that this beautiful play is the winner.
Well, thank you.
It is going to be produced. And Emerson, tell a little bit more about.
Yeah, after we let Jigs go, we'll get into the rest of the stuff.
So.
Well,
thank you so much for being with us, Jigs.
Yes. Now, is that what you're doing?
Class dismissed. No, thank you. And as we said before, y'all will be seeing a lots more of Jigs and with us and from us, and we will keep you all posted on his development journey as well.
Love y'all.
Thank you, Jigs.
Thank you.
Hi.
Because the big grant that goes for the play winner, and we thought long and hard about this. How do we develop short films, plays, screenplays? You know, the range of budgets required. And so specifically for the play category, we have a $10,000 grant that will go to the theater that produces the first professional production of Jigs's play. So we will this week be sending Jigs's play out to our 25 nonprofit theater partners. And those that are interested, we will connect with Jigs, and wherever they make the agreement, we will support the budget of that production to help make it a practical reality in the real world.
Yes, I love that prize and that grant, and we're excited that I will be there opening night. I will be sitting there nervous.
And y'all, we are doing it as much as we can to support them. We are currently working on our goal of the first Del Shores Foundation Writing Festival in September in Dallas is our plan. The funds we are raising now will go to that, with the goal of just a writer-focused weekend. In the course of the weekend, we will read all 3 of these scripts as stage reading. So Vandy Beth's script, Milo and Monet's script, Jig's script. The focus of the festival will be public readings of their scripts.
With professional actors.
Yes, and we are going, and directed by us, and so that you can really hear the music of their pieces. And then some panels and special events with other people to help develop how writers get developed from the page to being real out in the world.
And we still, we're not hitting anybody over the head today with please donate, but please donate, because we just we still need funding for that conference that is coming up. We're doing really well. We just had an amazing event in Nashville this weekend, and grateful to everybody who was there and donated, and we just continue to pound the pavement. So if you're feeling generous today and you want to help, and if you were inspired by these stories and how they came to us and how they were created, and you want to see them go forward, please donate to the Del Shores Foundation if you are able to.
And people are already curious. Nathan Blankenship, one of our semifinalists for Screenplay, said, I was about to ask, how do we read here the winning scripts? And we will. Also, if for no other reason, also go check out our website. You can see the bios and information on our winners today, but I will be updating that through the week with how to connect with the semifinalists and the finalists. You can reach out to them. We really do want to continue to build this community. If you're passionate about how to support us, or you want to know more information about our work and our programs as we go forward, on the Del Shores Foundation website, delshoresfoundation.org, there's an information page you can fill out to be added to our mailing list. If you joined us late, you'll be able to watch this from the beginning. Please share this broadcast across your social media. Follow our journey on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn to see what we are up to and where and how you can meet and find all of these amazing writers. And if you want to be one of our biggest champions, you can join the Ambassador Circle. Our Ambassador Circle, for a minimum donation of $25 per month recurring. Y'all, you just set it on your credit card, you hit recurring, and it takes it from you once a month without you having to think about it. $25 or more, you can join our Ambassador Circle.
We have several in the room. I'm seeing a bunch of ambassadors, so thank you all for being such a part of this. And once again, congratulations to every single person who entered this contest. There were so many our first year. We are so grateful for that. Congratulations to all the semifinalists, to all the finalists, to the runners-up, and to our winners. We are so proud of all of you.
And if you are paying attention and you didn't know about this in advance, y'all, our next writer search will open in August. Brand new submissions. If you submitted and didn't make one of those rounds, write again. If you make big changes, submit it again. We want to keep hearing from people. And if you know an LGBTQ plus writer somewhere, get our information to them. The more we bring in to the network, the larger it becomes, the wider our reach and our impact, and the more writers we can lift as we go along this journey together.
All right. Emerson, thank you for all you do for us. You
and I'll say it again, because we don't say it often. You know, you are the reason we are here. You forged your own path through the theater, through film, through television. You make all of this existence possible. Our board came together because they love you and your work. Our ambassadors came together because they support our mission. Your name is on the door for a reason, and we don't say it often enough, that we are out there finding the next Del Shores, however they identify and exist in the South, to tell their story because of you. Thank you.
Well, now you're gonna make me cry.
Well, okay, then we'll go before that.
I again appreciate you, Emerson, and Allison, and Stuart, and Louise, and all of our board members. There's so many here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got to go teach a class.
That's right. That's it for us for now. Thank you all for tuning in.
We'll see ya.
Bye-bye.